Hey everybody, it's your boy Nathan Crash, and welcome to Nathan Crash Gets Bodied by the Internet, or just Bodied by the Internet, whatever the fuck the name of the series is. So the general format, if you haven't already, if you're not familiar with it, is I read scary stories on either Reddit or creepypasta websites. Today's episode's from 4chan. I read the story, I give my thoughts on it, and then I give it a number rating. And you're more than encouraged to do the same. It's the internet's favorite show, and all you need to do to play is like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That's it. Alright, so this story, I guess, is about some dude's grandpa's underground murder basement. So, to set the mood, we've already got the music going. I figure, we got the campfire going. We're gonna get right into it. Alright. I'm gonna pull this up for you right now. Okay. Hey B, I have some creepy original content for you to close out your summer. It's kind of long, but if you can get off your ADD high horse for 10 minutes, the 10 minutes or so that it takes for me to share this shiz, then I think you'll be pleased. Then again, it is summer, so you'll probably just right the fuck out of here. Right the frick out of here. Trying to get that YouTube money, dude. I took these pictures earlier today, so there isn't a timestamp. However, to prove that I'm not trolling, here is the exact location where these pictures were taken. Pic related. If you want to call me a liar, then that's fine. But at least have the balls to go here and prove it yourself. I will commence creepy dumping on the next post. OP camera sucks. Yeah, sorry, can't afford the paparazzi machine like you. Heard their creepypasta, prove it. Alright, so he's like, look dude, I'm for real about this. So let's see, here's the first post right now. 3 days ago, my last living grandparent, my mother's father, passed away at the age of 89. He was a World War II vet, and my mom tells me that after returning home from the Navy, he was never quite the same. In fact, he was pretty paranoid about nearly everything. I was never really allowed to stay at his house. In 1965, his wife died suddenly with no real explanation. My mother tells me that my grandfather became extremely fearful of a nuclear war with the communists, and that he started to dig a bomb shelter out of the rock and limestone on his land. I had never seen the bomb shelter until today, when the family was going through my grandparents' belongings. Pic related. It's the entrance. So we got this thing right here. Looks like an entrance. Is there a way I could zoom this shit in even more? Give me 1 sec, boys. Cause I can't see what's going on this picture right here. Whatever. Dude just says go on. I'd only ever asked my grandfather about his hand dug cave one time in my life, which was when I was about 16 or so when we got together for Christmas. He didn't really seem to want to talk about it. He just told me not to ever go there because it's a damned blank. What the word in the blank was, I've never been able to figure out. No amount of Googling helped me determine what he said. All I know is it sounded like a air. The way he said it was creepy enough that I never asked about it again. The picture's a view backwards towards the door after you go down some steps. I hadn't even thought about the shelter since until today, when my mother asked me to go and check it out to see if I could find anything worth putting into the estate sale. To be honest, I was pretty excited. I thought maybe I'd find old gas masks, non-perishable food items from the 60s, and maybe even some forms of entertainment that he planned to use to keep the family busy in the event of an attack. This picture is the first hallway, which curves off to the right at the end. It's a creepy little tunnel. The first thing I found was this rudimentary toilet. Of course, time wasn't kind to it, so there wasn't much left. It had obviously been in disrepair for years. I just snapped a picture of it and kept going. Although I did have to admire the work that must have gone into chipping away at the rock one heave at a time. So there's a little rock toilet. That's sick. This dude called it a blum pan. Alright, whatever, dude. But further down the hallway, I came to nothing more than a bunch of old rusted garbage on the floor. I instantly felt my heart sink, because I had such high hopes for what this exploration would yield. It was beginning to look like my grandfather had just given up at some point on his dream of crafting a shelter. Pick related, it's the garbage. But you'll notice that in the previous picture, the hallway curves off to the left. I was expecting to hit a flat wall of rock, but instead I found a huge iron door that was padlocked shut. Fortunately for me, it had become rusted to all hell, so I was able to just pick up a decently sized rock off the floor and hit the padlock until it busted the entire loop that it went through. Opening the door was another story though. It was extremely heavy and had become rusted shut over the years. I found the shovel back in the garbage heap, not garage, in the garbage heap, and used all my strength to force it open with a lever action. Pick related, it's the view I got. It's the view I got after I got the damn thing open. I'm looking into this thing, and I'm not. I mean, I wish these pictures were bigger. And someone's telling me likes where this is going. I'm into it so far. I guess I can't complain. The only thing back there was a hallway the only thing back there was a hallway that did abruptly end where he stopped digging. But there was a door off to the right. I went through the doorway. Inside this room looked more like a cavern than a bomb shelter. As I looked around, I noticed this carving in the stone. At first, I thought it's no big deal. Maybe he just came here to pray or something. But that's when I started to notice that there were more carvings. Suddenly, I see this face carved in the rock. There were faces everywhere. Seriously, it was as though there were a bunch of ghostly faces staring you down in that room. Okay, so I'm looking at the pictures off to the side. I'll show you guys bigger versions of the pictures in a second. Here's another example. I noticed that while the previous one appeared to be a soft female face, this one was an angry male face, and there were quite a few of them. I don't know, probably 6 or 7. They were all carved into the walls as though they were facing that cross carving, worshipping it or something. I just happened to look down at the ground below the skull carving, and here, sitting in a bunch of concrete rubble, was a mother. Effing bone. And don't get me wrong, I'm not just a Nancy. It was no deer bone. This was clearly a human bone. My heart was pounding out of my chest. As I started to look more closely, I saw more bones coming out of the concrete, as though human remains had been dumped in a batch by quick dry cement or something. Then I could have sworn I heard a quiet laugh from the corner of that room, and then I bolted. I ran out of that room like the devil was chasing me. I ran all the way out of the shelter, all the way back home. That's probably what I would have done, cause fuck that. All right, let's get to the bottom of this nonsense. We're gonna do it like this. Cause here are all the pictures we missed out on. So this is the entrance. Right here. This is the hallway. This is the trash, I think, and then the toilet. Oh no, this is the trash. This is just one of the hallways. All right. WTF? Did the post with the bone just get deleted, or is B just acting up again? These pics have no EXIF. Okay. What the hell? Did the mod just delete my last post? What's that? And then I saw this one. Anyway, continue. And then I saw this. Anyway, I saw this one. Unlike every other carving in this room, which were faces, this one's clearly meant to be a skull. It seemed so out of place since I felt that the rest of the room had religious connotations to it. Why was there a skull? Well, I found out soon enough. Oh, wow, fuck. Somebody start screen capping for the love of God. More. Okay. An ossuary is a chest, building, or well made to serve as a final resting place of human skeletal remains. I wouldn't pronounce as ossuaire, but it could be plausibly pronounced with something like that in some accents and dialects of English. Shit, okay, that took a long time to type out, but someone just knocked at the door. Keep this thread bumped. OP never comes back and thread mysteriously 404s 1 second after I posted it. So here's the bone that the dude's talking about right here. The girl face, the cross statue. Now, whether or not I think this is a real ass story, probably not. I'm gonna give it like a. I'll give it like a 7, a 6. I'll give it a 6, 6.5. It was yeah, exactly. All by the way, fucking Frisky's here. Like he's a secret guest on this episode.
Yeah. I was just trying to stay quiet though.
But yeah, I'll give it. What did you think, Chris?
I like the story, you know.
Whether or not it's true doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's cool to hear. Stories like that are always like, because there's so much mystery behind it, even like it.
Yeah, like that's kind of what makes it cool. Is like he posts like this thing, gets everyone's attention and shit, and then just fucking disappears, and the thread gets.
So it still leaves you like you guessing with.
You're like, was it real? Like that's kind of cool. I mean, I'll give it like a 6.5, 7. Like that, I think I'll give it a 6.5. Like if it, I just wish I had like a little bit more, but I guess maybe that's the appeal of it.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of weird that I get the ending, heard a laugh, and I ran.
Yeah.
And it never went back, so there's no more information.
Yeah, so he's like dead. He got murdered. His grandpa, like his sacrifice, his murdering grandpa, like came back from the dead and murdered him. That's my fanfic for what happened. Leave your fanfic in the comment section below. Leave your number ratings in the comments below. Also, I got shout out my boy. So this story was actually suggested by one of our subscribers. So shout outs to my boy Da Vinci.
Da Vinci?
Yeah, Da Vinci suggested this one, so good shit, dude.
Good shit today.
Keep it up. If you want, if you want to get shouted out on the channel, go ahead and leave suggestions too. And then get your parents to subscribe to us. And then follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Nathan_Crash. That's about it, really. That's gonna do it for this one, guys. I think I'm gonna do something cool for the next episode, because Chris actually gave us or Frisky Adams Chris.
I only know my whole name.
Yeah. Point is he Chris Frisky Adams. Look, point is he gave a cool suggestion. I kind of want to do it. So next episode, or the next like solo episode, I guess, with secret guest Chris, it'll be something interesting. It's kind of like one of those cult classic creepypastas. It's sick. I think you guys will like it. But yeah, just like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell so you're notified whenever I stream or whenever a video goes up. Because I like to pretend that I have a schedule set up, but I don't. And it's been rough lately. So I'm working on getting something set in stone, figured out. But we'll worry about that later. I hope you guys enjoy the content that comes out whenever it does come out. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Have a wonderful night, and try not to get bodied. Say bye to Campfire Coon. He's tired of you guys. See? He doesn't even like you. I'm just kidding. He loves you guys. Alright. I'll talk to you guys later. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.